Good afternoon. This is another update on predictions. I didn't want to do some big list of everything, for like the year. I wanted to do a little bits of things as I see them coming in, or I feel that from meditations, or I feel that from your own gut instinct. I don't want anybody to sort of live in fear or be scared of this because I guess there's always going to be wars and there's always going to be problems, and there has been since the dawn of time, and there will be until probably the end of time. So take this for what it is, and there is good comes from this. So please don't be scared and please don't be worried at all, because that's not really the point of it, and that's not really helping anybody. But I do see as we go further into the future, there's maybe like problems from or one group of people feeling that they're right, another group of people feeling that they're right, and I do feel that there is definitely more bombings coming, definitely beheadings coming, definitely hangings coming, definitely people with suicide vests on coming. This is, I think, pretty much a guaranteed. However, what I think it's trying to do to some extent is like shift people from living like a very singular life, because a lot of people, or before all this palaver happened, was very much like going to work, coming home, sitting down watching TV, ordering a pizza, getting up, going back to work, and we maybe don't have a lot of friendships, or we're not involved in a lot of groups, or half the time we don't even know we're neighbours, and we live quite singular lives. And I think it's teaching us to sort of be a bit better, really. I think there's going to be a massive rise in people sort of looking after themselves a little bit more like sort of preparing our own foods, cooking more for ourselves, more planting vegetables, that sort of thing. Because who knows what the hell's in the food half the time? Who knows what the hell we're eating? How easy is it to put something in food or to poison us, or we don't really know where we are with any of this. So I think there's a lot more as we go further forward. People sort of thinking, you know what, I'm just going to prepare myself, get my own food supplies sorted, um, plant as much as I can, because it's going to help. There's also like a return to people going back to like learning skills like fishing. It's fine going to the shop and buying the fish, but again, you can fish, you can feed yourself forever. The same old story what's been told since the dawn of time. Also, like for people shooting, people learning to shoot, again, whether that's just to kill rabbits or squirrels or to give yourself a food supply, and also for protection. And I again see a rise in like self-defense classes, and with all the beheadings and bombs and things that I do see in the future, I think it's more a case of protection for people, that there's more people again going to learn to shoot rifles. There's more people again maybe going to take self-defense classes and feel that they're all right, or they can handle themselves a little bit. Okay, I know when nothing's ever going to be perfect with that, it's really not. But and again, we don't want to be walking down the road with some massive gun or something. I don't mean like that, but to feel that we're a little bit more protected, or a little bit more protected in our homes. Um, as we go further down the line, this all eventually washes away, okay? And there's again always going to be people like that. There's always going to be problems in the world like that. And again, you've just got to not get involved in this. Try not to be forming sides. Try not to be involved in any sort of spats on Facebook, or putting yourself out there promoting anything that is maybe putting you in a bad situation, because you just really want to sort of lie low a little bit on this and let these people just sort themselves out, if you will. Okay. As we get further down the line, though, again, I do think there is good comes from this, because I do feel that there's more people grouped together, more people live together, more people maybe move out of solitary flats, go and live with friends or partners or relatives, and again feel more closely connected to other people. And again, same in neighbourhoods. I do feel that if maybe one person has got a garden and they've maybe grown potatoes, then maybe the other garden maybe next door is getting carrots going, or somebody else has got chickens and they can provide the eggs. So there's a lot more coming together. This is better for everybody. We're not supposed to be single people. We're not supposed to be sort of soldiering on our own, and it does bring us closer together. And again, as we get further down the line, I do feel that there is going to be, I want to say, a getting rid of the churches, because I think to some extent the churches and the religions, I don't want to upset anybody here, that causes a lot of problems with I'm right and you're wrong sort of thing. So as we get further forward and we maybe see a lot of bad things, we go more into, instead of like a segregated church, as in this is the Catholic Church or this is the mosque, it is more like a house of worship, if you will, or a house of prayer. And it's more like, say you was ill, you would go into this place maybe and say, listen, I've been ill, or I've had these problems, or I've been depressed, and it would be more like people would pray for you and sort of wish you well, and that sort of thing. More like a sort of making you feel happy, or making you feel really that you'd release this burden, if you will, that you carried around, or the sickness that you carried around. I do see that there's a bit of that happens in the future. And again, it is not a white thing or a black thing. It is very much like everybody comes together and everybody would pray. And that's more like, again, that if maybe for example, a black person stood up and said, listen, my child's not being well, or my child's not been well, or been sick, or been depressed, again, I do feel that it is a praying thing and people will come together. Again, do feel that maybe the churches go in the future, but again, we could be quite a long way down the line from that, and that's certainly not tomorrow. That could be a good 10-20 years from now. Okay. I also feel there's an assassination attempt on President Trump. Again, a lot of darkness coming, sorry, but again, I do feel that he's fine, and I do feel that he wins the election. So take that for what it is. Thank you so much for watching. Above all, look after yourselves, be safe, try not to worry. You know, everything always comes right in the end, and we're all good. Alright, thank you so much. Bye bye.